You ended up a little bit early, and they didn't add that back in, so I'm going to plea for another minute or two here. Seems like there's a business in somebody doing something in cookie cleanup software.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, there's your business idea of the day. So what's the magic date?
What's the, sorry?
What's the magic date that this kicks in?
May 25th, 2018.
Okay, so June 1st. Are they going to come after Wall Street Journal, Walmart, everybody else?
That's up to the data protection authorities. I think realistically what's going to happen is it will take a few months before a big case is made. But nobody wants to be that person, right, who's the first one, who gets the honor of being the first one to be sued or get a massive fine under the GDPR. I have heard from many data protection authorities that what's more important to them is a good faith effort to try and be in compliance, even if you don't make it in the end. That can have a significant effect on if you get a fine or how big that fine ends up being.
How do I find out if my business is compliant or not?
That's a good question. I mean, we don't know exactly what the limits of the law are yet. That's going to happen through case law. It's going to be decided by authorities. What you need to make sure you're doing is making sure that you know where all your data is going. You need to make sure you are in control of who you're partnered with, and you need to make sure that you can have paperwork to show an authority when they come knocking on your door to explain why you've done something in a certain way.
Wow, okay. So who again manages this?
So this transparency and consent framework, I think that's what you're asking about. It's a open source standard. So it's not that we are doing this to be commercially active. It has a very small registration fee, which is for administrative purposes, and it's an annual fee of less than €1,000. So it's really something that the industry needs to have as a kind of tool to bind together and communicate with each other.
So whether a company gets busted on this is yet to be determined, and how they do it. It's going to be they're going to file a case against somebody, and then it's going to be fought out in the courts.
So the chair of the Article 29 Working Party, that's the European Collection of Data Protection Authorities, she herself said, ultimately we can make however much guidance, we can bring as many cases, but if the Court of Justice of the European Union decides that the law is a certain way, that's how the law is.
Both Chris's will be around to answer more questions. This is great stuff. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Yeah.